gearbox oil change on an A5, huh? And a brake fluid change as well.
NANI?!
Hello. Please don't. All right. Now that we moved away from that, first thing I gotta do is deactivate the ATF pump. So let's do that. Okay. Sweet. Car is on 30,000 miles. Gearbox oil changes are recommended every 30,000. Let's see if it does anything. I just want to make sure it's straight, man. I just want to make sure it's straight. Unlike me. We're also gonna do a brake fluid while we do that. And draining the pump has been initialized. Okay, that's it. End of test. I will turn the ignition off, take my computer out and plug it back when we filled it. Dancing with my eyes closed, 'cause everywhere I look I still see. Let's go up. Let's go up. I'm gonna do the brake fluid at the same time. That's it. Turn the brake fluid machine on. Increase the pressure. Just in case you don't want to see what I'm doing. Bleeding nipple. Bleeding nipple cover. Cover comes off. They are really tight. They do tend to seize in there. That's it. Covers it off for the front. Now, take an 11mm and one of these. And I will do this in the dark, but then I'll show you with a light what I did. Dancing with my eyes closed. No, I'm not. But I could do this job with my eyes closed. I'm not sure how much of this you can see. Yeah. Nipple has been cracked and brake fluid is coming out. Oh. Nipple pipe. Brake fluid in here. Fill it up. Next step, we gotta remove the under tray. This beautiful under tray. And try the gearbox. I'm dancing with my eyes closed. This is an absolute pain of a clip. That's one. and out at the same time. Come off. Cover just slides out. Cover on the floor because I'm gonna go up and down with the car.
What are you wearing now?
Huh? Yeah. You want to be famous, Carlos? God damn it. Say hi.
Why are you wearing that?
I want to feel man.
Oh, boy, oil change.
It's a gearbox oil change. It's a tiny bit more interesting.
It's boring.
Yeah, I know, but it's a good brake fluid as well.
Do you drain it from here?
What?
That's why I drain it from. I don't do these for.
Really?
Yeah, it's quicker.
I just do it from here.
Nah, that's long.
Stop the cap.
Bro, imagine I do that and gearbox goes bang. Okay. First, screw is out. Obviously, I have to take the drain out as well. That is the drain, and that is a refill. And the brake fluid is going through. So, let's take off that one as well. Let's take this one off. Now the question is, will I get it into drain? I'm in danger. It was the worst that can happen. Famous last words, eh? Oof, got it. I got it. Had lunch, Ryan? Had your lunch? What you had? What did you had? Oh yeah? Man like. That's one wheel. Now let's move to the other. There is so many dangers under a car for this poor camera. The real ones are gonna be funny because they're very hard to access. Look, isn't that beautiful? Almost done. This is done. Okay, let's move. Let's move to the real ones. The real ones are a bit more fun because they're less accessible. Let's have a look. This is the beauty of being a mechanic. Getting your hand in places that you know you can get your hand in there, but it may never come out the same way you went in. I mean, it never does. This is like a bruise. The rear is being drained now, which is good. Once this is finished, which I suspect it will happen once the brake fluid is done, these are the special tools required. Special tool 1 goes in here, screws in, stays there. Special tool 2 beautiful oil. Never forget these. If you ever forget these, you're a horrible human being. These are an absolute must. Fucking hell. Imagine I was showing some of that on my camera. That would have been hilarious. Let's drain the last side, which is rear left. I think this is bad, but this is not good. Not bad. So you need to go down. Prepare our bar. Not yet. Haters gonna hate. Haters are gonna hate, boy. Alright, now that was the perfect thing to do while we wait for this to finish. Now that this is finished, we tighten it back. Yeah. Close my bonnet. So you're my witness. I drained more than a liter. This is the 1 liter line. The instructions say to drain 1 liter out. I did more. The reason why we replace brake fluid is because brake fluid absorbs moisture, and if it does, and when it absorbs moisture, that lowers its boiling point. And the really neat thing about brake fluid is that it has a really high boiling point. Did I plug it back already? I did. It has a really high boiling point to be able to withstand the heat that gets created in your braking system. And the problem is, if your brake fluid would be to start boiling, what happens to things when they boil? They evaporate, and that is the process through which they become a gas. And what is the main gas? What is the main difference between a gas and a liquid? Well, there's a lot of differences, but in this case, the main one that interests us is how compressible it becomes. A gas, it would be much easier to compress than a liquid. So if your brake fluid would start boiling and you would all of a sudden go to put your foot on the brake, you would put your foot on the brake and nothing would actually happen, because now that whole brake fluid turned into gas and all the gas gets compressed. And that's why we advise brake fluid changes so often, because we have to make sure that the percentage of water inside of the brake fluid doesn't go above a certain point, because if it does, then your brake fluid will start boiling, turn into a gas, and that gets very easily compressible. Also, if it turns into a gas and then it condensates, turns back into a liquid, and if that liquid that it turns into is water, what does water do to metal? It corrodes it. That is a really explanation, but I'll get better at these, I promise. For the time being, let's just push this ATF back in the box. In the gearbox, I mean. I like to keep, because there's always a bit of ATF left in any of these bottles. So I'm gonna put in around 3.5 liters. That's what the instructions say, and I just spilled a bit. That would have been my third bottle. To be fair, I could easily put 3 liters in there. I could easily put whatever's. Left. Let's take this one on the floor for now, and let's take this out. Move this out of the way. Yeah, this is just filthy. So now that we filled it up, we have to start it, run it, heat it up, get it up to temperature, and then see if we added enough or if more needs to be added. And God bless test plans. Am I talking to myself? Wow, you're still on. Doing better than I expected. If you actually lost me, let's see. Thing is, I can't take the wave machine off. Why did you not remind me? I told you to remind me. Guys, I can't trust you with nothing, can I? Yep. Level looks good. Don't forget to put the cap on, otherwise bad things will happen. It's not a sealed system. You still have the cap. Okay, turn the ignition on. Oh no, the gearbox is. Okay, that's fine. Plug it back, go back to transmission electronics, and reactivate the ATF pump. Big no-no, do not turn the car on with the ATF pump disabled. That can ruin the gearbox. Number 2, enable ATF pump, fill pressure accumulator. So yes, it's filled as per the workshop manual. Engine is off, ignition is on, and P is selected. Oh look, no more gearbox light on the dash. We fixed the gearbox. Jesus, such a good technician. Just can't believe it. You see, this winds me up. This button is slightly lower. That actually none of them are in a straight line. That just does my head in. Switch the ignition back on magically. Boom, ignition on. I am a wizard. Check the ATF level, and for that we're gonna have to start the car and let it run. And we have another test plan for that, which is called check ATF level, literally. So we go into it and we follow it. We check. We don't drain, we don't fill, we check. We've done all of that. Now we're supposed to check it. This function will assist you. And now we have to start the engine. The engine can be started with no problem. But now there's a basic setting that will increase the temperature of the ATF much quicker than if. But however, for that basic setting to happen, I need to have the brake actuated, and that's why my trim tool is there. No. Okay, we're gonna cancel test. And we're gonna go back into it. Because the parking brake wasn't actuated, the test plan cancelled, and now it's gonna take ages to warm up, and I do not want for that to happen. So we're just gonna go through the motions again. Check ATF level. Leave the engine on and let it idle. All of that is. And now it's gonna increase the temperature. Welcome to the world of diesels, eh? I'm not a huge fan of diesels. You will learn throughout my videos that, yeah, I really don't like diesels, man. Let's give this car a clean. While we wait for that to happen. You see the note change. The ATF temperature. Oh, parking brake. This fell. Stays there, yes. Okay. Please don't slip again. It's gonna take a long time. It's going. It was on 19 and now it's on 21. It's gonna stop when the ATF temperature reaches up 35 degrees, and we need to reach that temperature because that is the temperature at which the level can be checked. Any colder or any hotter than that, and oh no, not again. Any colder or any hotter than that, and the viscosity of the oil. Oh my god. You do not want to cooperate, do you? What if? How about? Is that brake enough? Okay, that brake is actuated enough. Okay. Gear selector specification not reached. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? 26 degrees. Oh my days. You know what? We'll just sit in the car ourselves with my foot on the brake. Urgh. Let's do Let's wait for this to go through. This will still be much quicker than just having the engine on, because if you think about it, gearbox, oil and engine coolant and engine temperature in general, they're quite separate. And I know in theory it sounds like one would affect the other, but not so much. So the engine temperature, even if you would go up significantly above 27 degrees, you wouldn't really cause such much of a heat up of the gearbox itself. And my phone is calling. It's going up nicely. 27 degrees. We need 35. At 35 degrees, the basic setting is finished. My forehead is sweating, but the GoPro is still recording. I am proud of you, little GoPro. You do you. You almost made it through this whole gearbox oil change, which is impressive to say the least. Oh, and a brake fluid as well. 30. Watching the temperature go up is similar to watching grass grow, so it's a very slow and painful process. However, this has to happen in order for us to make an accurate oil level in the gearbox. Like I said, I bet there is definitely technicians out there. They probably don't even do the test plan, but that's not how we roll. This is Porsche wrench. Alright, I know we play, but we're still a Porsche wrench. And process is something that I really like to follow. Well, that can be debatable. Certain scenarios, process is more there to hinder your progress than to aid. So decisions have to be made. I feel like my burning is forehead. I feel like my forehead is burning. Why? Because of the GoPro. Also, this thing at the back of my head now, it's starting to cause pain. Maybe this is a bit too tight. Oh, the basic was ended. To continue the test. Yep. Now leave the engine already idle. It will increase the ATF pump speed to 3000 RPM for 20 seconds just to get the oil pumping, and you can probably hear it. I mean, I can hear it. There's a very high, it's like almost like a bee stuck under the car. The pump is spinning very fast, and then it will tell us. That's it. ATF temperature is 37. We should go under the vehicle, take the plug out, and see if any oil comes out. If oil comes out, we've done our job right. If oil comes out, it means no more oil needs to be added. If oil does not come out, it means we need to top it up. However, I've been doing this for long enough to know how much oil to put in without having it need more after, because yeah, nobody wants that. Let's take this bad boy out. Don't just, oh man. Have we done our job right? Looks like we have. There's way too much oil in there, so that's gonna drain. While that's draining, we get our tool ready. And when it's done, we plug it back. At a temperature any higher or any lower than between 35 to 45, if the temperature is not enough, then the viscosity of the oil would be too high, so too much would come out. And if the temperature is too, what did I say? If the temperature is too low, too much of a viscosity, so not enough oil in the box. If the temperature is too high of a viscosity, too much will stay in the box. And you do not want to have too much or too less. These boxes are designed to run with a certain amount of oil in them. And yeah, too much oil would cause as much harm to the box as not enough oil. So gotta be careful. We do not want to. Ideally we would wait for it to drip, but if you plug it now, no harm will be done. These are inconsiderable amounts. I'm gonna check one more time if the GoPro is still on. Still on. Alright, still filming. And then I'm just gonna plug it back. No, I'll plug it back in a sec. That should be enough. And that is tight. We got the... Have a look at this. This is just brilliant. If you can still read it, then pause the video and read this. This is fucking great. Let's clean it. Of course, because we work clean. Don't let the mess behind us. This is brake cleaner in case you're wondering. And I can't wait to put that cover back in. So noisy. Let's put the cover back and let's call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, once this cover goes back on, you can proudly say you witnessed and you know how to carry out the gearbox oil change. Or if you ever need to carry out one, you can come back to this video as reference. Also, the exhaust is really close to our hand, so extra care to be taken when installing those clips. That's it. Nice and flush. Perfect. Let's put the screws back. Jesus Christ, where did I go? I just hit my head on my gun as I was looking for that screw. So the angle was messed up. That is job done. And I am officially done.